All right, I'm going to take you through a few stretches that I like specifically when I do my workouts. Now, the first thing is we're going to be standing. I want you to stand up. I'm a little bit out of frame, but that's okay. I want your feet to be closer than shoulder width. I want them to be as close together as you can comfortably, and I want you just to reach down. I want you to try to touch your toes or touch the floor, even put your knuckles to the floor, and I just want you to hold that for 30 seconds. Sometimes I like to move like this to keep it nice and loose on my hips. Then after I do that, I want you to get down on the floor. I want you to have one knee straight out for a second and then bring one knee close to you. You can be a little farther, but as close as possible for this stretch. And then I want you to bring your other ankle and I want you to line it up with your knee. And I want you to lean forward slightly with your hands pushing up. And if you can, comfortably, you can also take one hand and like push down slightly. I say just hold it like this. I like to move my hips left and right to let full motion. And then do the same thing the other side. So bring up this leg and then bring the other leg you just had on the ground and pull it and bring it up and have the ankle on that kneecap. Just move back and forth. Totally fine. And then after you do that for both of those for 30 seconds, each leg, you bring your feet together. This is called the butterfly stretch. I want you to bring your feet as close as possible. Put your hands at the top of your toes. And I want you to use your elbows and push down on your sides of your leg here, okay? And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. I want you to bring it up like you're a butterfly and you're flying. Each time trying to go a little lower. Woo. All right. Now, next up, I want you to do something called the hurdle stretch. So bring one leg and bring it up onto your opposite leg's thigh, right above your kneecap if possible. If not, totally fine to go a little lower. The goal is to get this leg as close to the ground as possible. You're going to reach for your other foot and you're going to try to bring your other hand right on top and fully extend. Bring your chin down to your chest just for a little bit extra stretch in the back. And you're going to hold that for about 30 seconds, okay? And then you're going to do the same thing, the other side. Just switch sides. And hold for 30 seconds. Remember, breathe when you're doing these. This is very a safe stretch. So then after that, I come crisscross applesauce. You can do this next part standing or sitting. It's up to you. Bring one hand, choose a hand, and bring it up and bring it behind you and put it like on the small of your back here. Or not the small of your back, but the top of your back right below the neck. And then I want you to bring your other hand, and I want you to grab, and I want you to stretch. And I'll pull it as far as is comfortable possible. And if this is uncomfortable, you can also always do like smaller pull. But you want to try to pull as far as possible. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring the other hand, bring it up, grab the other hand, and lightly pull. I like to sometimes move like left or right, depending on the arm I'm stretching like that. But you want to hold both sides for 30 seconds. And if you want, you can do a little side stretch like this. And then you can do the same thing on the other side when you're doing your 30 seconds. I just recommend doing it in pulses. So when you have your hand up and you're doing this and you're holding, hold for a little bit and then one pulse, two pulse. And then once your 30 seconds is up with that, then you'll go to the next arm. One pulse, two pulls, and then you would do that for 30 seconds. All right, now bring one of your arms and stretch it across. Have one of your opposite arm right before the elbow, just straight hand up, and then I want you to lightly pull against you. Like lightly pull your arm against you. Just let it sit there for 30 seconds. Shake it out, and then do the same thing. Lightly pull for 30 seconds. Okay. Now, next up, get on one knee, and I'm going to be out of frame again, but I really just want you to focus on this part. You're going to have your hands on your knee right here, and you're going to lightly push forward, and you're going to go down as far as comfortable. And you want to stretch out this part right here. You want to stretch it right here on your quad, and you also want to stretch out your hip bone right here. And then once you're done with that, you're going to hold that for 30 seconds, and you're going to go down as far as comfortable, and you're going to lean forward and try to grab your foot. okay? And you're just gonna feel that stretch in your glutes down to your hamstrings, and you should feel it in your calves a little bit, and you should feel it slightly in your lower back, but not a lot. And you're gonna go back up. Then you're gonna switch sides. Switch to the next leg. You're gonna lean forward. Again, feeling that stretch here, here, and here in your hip. You're gonna try to keep your heel on the ground as much as possible. And then once you hold that for 30 seconds, you're gonna come and do this one for 30 seconds. You should feel that stretch in your hamstring and your glutes again, mainly in your hamstring. Grab your foot, hold that for 30 seconds. All right, and that is all the stretches. I'm sure there are a lot more you could do, and if you need any extra, leave a comment down below.